We're back with more Myst. I've decided when we play this, we're just going to do one world or island or age at a time. We did the stone ship age last time. This time we're going to do the gear level. I did not read the book for the gear. I think what we're going to do is rather than read all the books at once, because it's a lot to take in, I'm just going to do the book for the age that I just unlocked before I go there. So I'm going to read through this now. I'll try to just get highlights out as I read it to myself. Determined to arrive at an age that would be different from his previous adventures. Sky is dark and gray, incessantly displays flashes of lightning. Then an old man with a long beard.
Way, open the hiss of forgotten words or ancient melody.
Told me an interesting story of the world's history. Years ago, there was a beautiful city that rose up out of the water. Housed people inside its walls, the people had everything they wished for. Surrounded by three high hills which rose higher than the city. The east hill of the city rested a large lookout post. They constructed the post expecting visitors to arrive from the east. They had no means of traveling on the water, forced them to wait for friend or foe. As time passed, friendly visitors brought rumors of an enemy existing beyond the horizon. Nothing happened for a long time. One day, the usually sunny sky became as dark as night, and black ships appeared on the horizon. Ships wreaked havoc on the city, apparently destroying everyone and everything.
Why?
The foundations were destroyed, the city sunk deep into the ocean. I really like the way these are written. Man went on to say that 8 people had hidden and managed to survive through the attack. In the 9 years since the attack, 2 of the survivors died. 10 years from the attack, the enemy would return to finish the destruction they had started so long ago. Decided since hearing the man's story, it would be admirable to save this civilization and stop the enemy's plan of destruction. Okay, so the guy who I'm calling the author kind of writes these into existence, or he has some kind of supernatural ability to write new things into the worlds as they already exist. But I don't know that he is like a god that completely makes them from whole cloth. I'm excited about the adventure that awaits me, and an idea sparked in my mind to provide the needed defense for these people. It's kind of like that theistic level evolution idea that he can like create something and then leave and then come back later and see how it's evolved naturally from there. I met the remaining survivors today and I began working on a plan for protection. Returned with my 2 sons. Okay, so it seems like almost all of these books are written by the father, the author. And I don't trust either of the sons. They're excited to be here. They've grown considerably since Everdunes. It's obvious to me they'll have a great help this time, or they'll be a great help this time. Okay, so like it looks like they progressed through the worlds in an order, and I'm not doing them in that order, but I'm sure that's fine. They've been spending their spare time on the South Island, where most of my materials are stored. Pleased with their intelligence and their creativity. Construction's going well. My sons love the world except for its gray sky. They detest the sky. Tell me many times they wish the sky were like the blue sky in Myst. The enemy is due in 4 months. We'll be ready when the time comes. The man reminds me of Emmett in many ways. I think Emmett was the dude from the rocks area.
Mm-hmm.
Stone ship age. Since 6 months of work, we have finally finished the fortress. It rests between the 3 hills, which are now only islands due to a rising water level the people experienced after the attack. Inside the fortress, I've designed a most intriguing device. It makes use of technology called holography. Aspermere. Been working in a couple of days after I compensate for some small miscalculations. This device will enable the survivors to learn to use the fortress. Power and track slope. Now, we've established that the information that you need to solve all of the puzzles exists in each of the ages. You don't actually need, like, even though there's a diagram here, that's probably not going to matter for solving puzzles there.
Welcome to Myst, where Andrew just bites her tongue.
You doing okay?
I'm good.
This rotating track thing. Black ships have come. Their attack was substantial. Nice, Scarf. Couldn't help but smile as I watched the boats leave. Last night we had a small celebration. The old survivors danced their dances of old. My sons did not understand why the sky had not turned back to its original blue. I can completely understand why this game was so influential. Like, it nailed the feel. Was this basically an indie game? Like, whether was it? It must not have been a very large studio, right?
It's really not that
It
complicated.
kind of feels like the
Like,
product of one person, and then maybe contracted some people to help out with the art and the music. I have an extended time with Catherine, whom I miss very much. I must return to the people of the tide. Leaving my travels, I found a substance that will ease the pain of their bone ailments that they have long endured. Hope
oh,
to
it's just a
return to
dude and his
mechanical
brother,
age one
apparently.
day. That's cool.
All right, let's go to the Gear Age.
Because they basically, I mean, this is real Myst, so they've like rendered the flat backgrounds in beautiful 3D. But I've seen pictures of the original Myst, and it looks really close to this.
Yeah, this is how I remember it.
Yeah. Even though it's in full 3D.
Yeah.
Well, I have that mode turned off. There's a mode you can turn on where you can just free look.
No. Let's do this one.
I think the way they chose to frame the screens is important.
That was close.
To have nailed this in 1993 is really impressive. And to nail this in 2020 would be really impressive. All right, so we got symbols. Plus sign, half moon, keyhole, triangle. Okay. 4 green symbols. Plus sign, half moon, green triangle, etc. Okay. Don't know what you do. Might be a thing back here. Last episode, I couldn't quite place. I still haven't figured out the right word to describe what Myst feels like. It's not
Feels
creepy,
like D&D,
but it's like being creepy. Similar to the feeling of creepiness without actually being like scary at all. Unsettling. Yeah, it's pretty low budget. Kingly. Eerie's good, yeah. It's like the Twilight Zone.
So what do you think of this room?
Fortress Rotation Simulator. Pretty spooky. It's like torture room or something. So it just shows you it says you don't have to leave to see what the rotation looks like, I guess, based on the settings in the room. Yeah, that sounds cool, Leon. So I got an achievement for sitting in the chair. Some Silent Hill shit. Interesting. Okay. That's cool. Can't move that thing, right? Oh, I see. It's showing me the orientation of the building. I knew this building rotated because the book had a diagram.
Mm-hmm. Well, in
It looks
that
like it from the
portrait
outside.
room, there
Has
was
a
the
little thing that
tower rotation.
simulator. Like this game does a lot with well, it's not actually Schrodinger's rendering, but the idea is just being that like things happen when you're not looking at them. So they don't have to actually animate the water level going down in the stone chip age, for example, right?
Just kind of happens off screen.
Yeah. That's the thing that literally, that's what GPUs do now, which, I mean, it makes sense, but like when an enemy is behind you, it's not going to bother rendering it because you can't see it, right? So it ceases to exist until you observe it, although it exists as, you know, physics calculations and nested if statements of the AI. Oh, new room from rotating thing. Hey, it's Napoleon. My man. Bunch of crystals. Okay, that's cool. This is one of the brothers' rooms. It kind of seems like his thing. If I recall correctly, the red brothers seem to be into ostentatious shit, and the blue brother seemed to be into like weird voodoo shit. That's unexpected. I don't trust either of them right now. I don't know what's up with the texture over here. It seems to be pooping
It's
itself.
fine. It's fine. Just keep going.
Okay. Whoa. That's cool. Hooray for clicking everything. Hey, it was the red brother. Sirrus?
Wonder where the Blue Brothers room is.
It's a good question. Yeah, I like the music. Like these round rooms where I can't go around the sides. Well, it's up here? It goes back to the level I started on, I think. Oh, I see. There's a middle floor that this has to be rotated a certain way for me to exit. That's why there's just a wall there. Okay. Me putz with it a bit more then. I don't remember what its original orientation was. Don't know what got cleared, no worries. I guess thanks whoever's being vigilant with chat clearing. If you type hide before your message, exclamation point hide, chat will be able to see it, but I will not be able to see it. Okay, so that just flat out disables the elevator. Let's see. This thing should have something different at the horizon. Well, it probably does because I rotated things, but... Still nothing outside. Go look at that simulation again. Yeah, it's no worries, just abundance of caution.
You missed something.
Whoa, that's spooky.
You still are missing something.
This is the
There
Blue
you
Brothers
go.
room. Wait, so do I now
The
not...
torture room is the Blue Brothers room?
Did I give up the red page?
I think so. You can only ever have one.
This is a cage where you, like, electrify people. Well,
Sure
I
you
know
want
where
the blue page, not the red page?
Well, I don't want either of them. I don't trust either of them. I was gonna collect both of them, but...
Well, I mean, there's one that's electrocuting people.
Yeah, but the other guy is...
And there's a guy that has a picture of Napoleon.
He's in rich shits. He is right and wrong answer. Alright, well, finding the pages doesn't get me out of here. I gotta solve the puzzle that exits the stage.
Yeah, and we learned at the last stage that the Red Brother was into, like, heroin, so... You know, he's not completely innocent.
Collect all the things. See if there's anything else I can see from the island here before I progress further. See it rotating. I think once I solve this thing, it might change what I'm able to do here. But I have to find that code somewhere, which I haven't yet. Sirrus is red, Achenar is blue. So I guess the rotation determines which of the secret passages you can fit in, I think? Maybe you can always fit in the secret passage regardless. So both of them have these little toys in here. make a sound or have like a little jack-in-the-box creature. Chad can answer this, or Andrew, you can answer this. That's just a fun little flavor thing, right? It's not a puzzle. That and a little chessboard.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure those are both.
Snake and a little chess thing are just for
flavor.
Fun. Okay.
It's my snake in a box.
So I still haven't figured out how to read this thing. Is this thing changing as I rotate the fortress? The simulator?
It should be.
Yeah, I mean... Oh, I can turn these after it does that. I thought those were manipulable, but it's after this little cutscene finishes playing. Oh, here we go. Okay, there's definitely a thing facing up. Interesting. They would only move if they're both pushed forward. Now, my perception is this is meant to just give me information. This isn't actually changing anything, right? Okay. I read that as rotate the thing to the cardinal directions. Which I don't think I can do perfectly. Yeah, I can do it straight up. I can do it slightly at an angle to the sides of flush at the bottom. I didn't try the elevator again with multiple settings. This may have been the setting where the elevator was blocked. Let me check. So it might be that it's always blocked until you face it down. Are you dying?
It's just bringing back memories. You're doing exactly what I did.
Well, let's see what it looks like when it's... If there's only one orientation where it's... Can I see the door? Let me see if I can see what it looks like. I can see what it looks like from up here. I don't have to press the button. Okay. It's red when it's open. Let me go through it one more time and just make sure I didn't miss anything when I did it before. So I press middle. That takes me to a floor which on this rotation is inaccessible as far as I can tell. I can go down to go back to the first floor, the ground floor. And the problem is once I exit here, there's a place I can look up. Okay. So it looks like there's little switches up there. If I can get the elevator to go down while I'm not in it. The red button would blue screen your computer. Oh no. There's nowhere else I can go on this top floor right now, right? It's just back in the elevator. I'm a genius.
Dylan's a genius.
Like it. I saw the switches up there. Oh, I see. That's why you use the simulator. So you know what this does. Oh, and that brings it back. But I have to know what I'm doing before I do that. Cute.
What's your goal here?
Just trying to tell if there's a sound indicator for the rotation. I don't think there is. This sounds like it's just a looping sound. I just have to get a feel for the timing.
Well, there was a sound.
I'm surprised at how playable Myst is, too. I came into this expecting it to be really hard. So, just can you confirm the simulator doesn't actually... Doing it here doesn't do anything, right? It
That's
just shows
correct.
me how it works. Okay.
Are you looking? Oh, you didn't see where you were.
I'm facing left.
Kind of. I think there is something you can learn from that, but I don't think it's like crucial.
Yeah. That's what I assumed. I was just making sure that it doesn't actually change the world state in any way to mess with it. I assumed it does not.
Hooray, the heroin addict's room.
Heroin addict or torture man? Which do you prefer? Okay, let me look at the simulator again 1 second. I see. So whatever the nearest notch is, and you move the left one down. Okay, I think I get it. Ah, but it has to cross the notch first. Okay. 1,000, 2 1,000. Makes a sound. 1,000, 2 1. Okay. So that's west. It's kind of a sound puzzle. The sound puzzles were that was my favorite level in the Witness. 1,000, 2 1,000. That's one I already did. 1,000, 2 1,000. Okay. It's east. Tonk is south. Tink is north. 1,000, 2 1,000. That cool percussion instrument noise is west. Okay. I think I got it. Let's give it a try. All right.
I was gonna say. It's like, nope. He'll remember, it's fine.
I can't mimic the sound. I can't do that rolling noise. 1,000, 2 1,000. That was the east noise. Let's see what that says. New floor, I think. Oh wait, no, I went all the way down. Okay, so it doesn't have a thing facing east, but let's see if anything else is down here facing east. We can just check all 4 main orientations. Was it able to stop on a diagonal? I didn't think so.
Okay. It didn't, like, you know...
Cardinals are the only ones that it drops to.
I think the diagonals should just tell you where the halfway point is.
Okay, so the main chamber is the same.
Just gonna drink every time I want to tell you something. Alright, everyone, drink!
You're gonna get flavor blasted if you do that. It's probably a bad idea.
Ooh, a flavor blasted sound effect. What would it be? Like, beer, the cause and solution to all of life's problems.
Okay. Making sure that door is still closed. My guess is, just stating my stream of consciousness here, that I need to find a way to rotate it such that... Oh, wait, this is new.
Oh, thank God.
Well, I know this from the book, that there's going to be an exit, but I think that there's also...
But you weren't going outside. You kept going into the brothers' rooms like, oh, what has changed? I'm like, oh, what's outside? Go outside! Son of a bitch!
Yeah. Grab a screenshot of this really quick.
Yeah, that is a great Simpsons quote.
The book shows that the outside bridge is part of what rotates here. I really like that simulator. That's a cool idea.
Yeah, you'll get to hear me once he figures it out. Although there's very... I think I remember like 60% of this game. I haven't played it since high school. But the bits I do remember, I remember hard. He actually figured out the, like, putting the elevator halfway way faster than I did.
Oh, well, the only reason I figured that out was that it was super suspicious that the only screen you could look at was to look up.
Yeah.
So sometimes that helps me in puzzle games. It doesn't always help. Where I'm like, oh, there's this extremely limited number of elements that I can interact with. Therefore, they wouldn't let me look at the ceiling for no reason. Yeah. But sometimes that line of thinking gets me in trouble in games because I'll think that, oh, there are only 2 elements, and not consider that there's a third element that I stopped looking for. Right. All right. 1,000, 2, 1,000. Tink. That's north. I'm really impressed with the puzzle design in this game. I could see a kid being like playing this game for weeks or months or whatever.
Yeah.
Or days, but it's impressively well constructed for a blind player. Like I've asked chat for help a little bit, but mostly the help I needed was understanding what the core loop was. And once I got, okay, go to each age. There's a room for each brother. There's a blue page and a red page, and maybe something else, because I don't think that the blue and red pages are all that there is. But don't speculate.
You should do that. You have to pick the right brother.
They both seem terrible, especially from listening to their book. They like directed the actors playing the brothers to be as like crazy as possible.
Right.
But anyway, this is an interesting thing with a lot of video games where it's like you have to understand what the formula is, what the loop looks like, and part of the fun sometimes is discovering the loop, but the game often becomes much more playable once you're like, oh, okay, so this is what they're going to expect of me. Because when you first boot it up, it's just like unlimited possibilities, right? Like, what if, you know, I need to read all of these books and there's important information that's coded on every page of the book? And what if I need to retain information that's from outside of the age and bring it into the age in order to solve puzzles, right? Like, you guys are going, no, you don't have to do that. All the information you need is in the age. It's like, well, yeah, that's not clear until after you've done one. And also, there were definitely games from 1993 that would totally fuck you over like that and lock you in an area with information that you needed from somewhere else that you can't get back to.
So they should have had this with Lemmings. Did you have Lemmings?
1 second. 1,000, 2 1,000.
Did you have Lemmings when you were doing computer lab shit in like middle school?
I rented the NES version of Lemmings once as a kid. Dude, and
Lemmings
didn't know what the fuck it was.
Jam. Fucking love the shit out of Lemmings.
I didn't get it when I played Lemmings as a kid. I get it now. It's a cool game. There's a couple of those games like that for NES where you'd boot it up and just like it wasn't clear what the goal was. So
yeah, I don't know. That one just spoke to me.
That's fair. Well, the NES port was pretty bad too.
That's true. I was playing the one on the computer, but yeah.
I think West may have been.
So good.
Let's see. West is nothing. So South must have been the starting position.
I no longer want to move.
Now I assume some of these orientations you can look out the spyglass. Creepy. It's Bob! Achievement.
Hey, Bob!
It's a spooky skeleton.
Spooky scary.
Boys becoming men. Men becoming wolves. I got really lucky that I saw this before.
Oh, if you want to get the red page instead of the blue, I mean, it's up to you.
I just wanted to check and see if it was
up
filled.
to you.
What's up with that shadow effect? It's driving me a little batty. Classic Myst. Highest quality settings. Motion blur. It's okay. Oh, I think that fixed it. I should have done that sooner. I thought it would put it on auto. Oh, nope. It did not fix it. Go back. Now whatever. It's some kind of texture jank. It's pretty mild, only when you're looking at it from that particular angle. Okay, so I think we were facing south initially, which is the tonk noise. Did you see the sound puzzle in The Witness?
I don't think so.
It's really cool. It's so you remember how the game is about drawing the lines for the mazes?
Mm.
It was a puzzle where you'd be walking through this like jungle, and you'd hear a bird, and the bird would go like doot 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 doot. So like 2 3 2 3 2 3 2 1.
Yep.
And then the maze, you would just look at a blank maze and be like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? But you were supposed to go straight up, you know, like you were supposed to mimic whether the pitch was going up by one, down by one, or staying even. Anyway, it was a really cool puzzle. And they did some cool exploration of its design space. 1,000, 2 1,000. Just timed it. I've never found the middle floor, so it's possible I fucked it up, but maybe I have to put in the code first to get access to it. Oh, that's a cool scarf. Just memorize the timing. Now it's nighttime.
Spooky, scary.
All right. So first half was keyhole. And then
Triangles.
triangle, rectangle, triangle. And then the right half was
Sun rising over mountains.
I like it. You would be good at keep talking and nobody explodes. Whoa! Gnarly. Nice. That was a solid 40 minutes or so. I'm gonna go back and get the other page and just put both of them in there for now. So I get the sense that that's like a choice. I guess I'll just save frequently. That's the mechanical age. That was a cool, cute little stage. Oh man, enjoy crosscode.
Good. Still more blue pages, you father. Bring more. I must have some more. That's all I ask of you. Long. It's been so long since my brother, Sirrus, wrongfully imprisoned me within this book. Stupid.
Creepy. Evil face. Add my notes here.
Pretty speech.
Achenar. Continue.
Grieving and endless.
Imprisoning. In
Perfectly
book.
obvious to you.
Looks super cray-cray. Also, the brother with the torture rooms.
Do not bring the red pages to him.
Begged me not to bring prisoners to Sirrus.
He tricked our father.
Tricked him and their father.
Hideously murdered our father. He'll trick you. He'll murder you. Don't touch the red pages. I beg you to bring the blue pages. To me. Listen, you must obey me.
You must obey me.
Blue pages are my only hope. You must help me. You must help me.
I really like that. Alright, let's go get the red page and see what he says, and then we'll probably call it for today, and I'll do a different one next episode. Which might run a little longer, because then I have to actually unlock the level, but I think I have all the unlock solutions for the Uber Island overworld.
Wow, 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 wow.
Oh, can I deactivate this? Oh, it doesn't matter because it's okay. Never mind. I don't want to deactivate it.
It was a half moon.
Thank you. Yeah, I think this is a game that when I was a little kid I would have been really stuck on.
You want the red page. Why are you going to the blue room? I'm sorry. I figure that's something that you are okay with me telling you.
I already know. You're like, oh my god.
What are you doing?
Why don't you know your way around this place yet?
No, but I mean, Yes.
He likes money. So there's
And
the
heroin.
bourgeois red brother and the murder brother. They both suck. I want to pick Bulbasaur. I don't want Squirtle or Charmander.
What was Squirtle? Squirtle's the best.
Oh, well, this came up recently in this game Eternal Darkness, where you have to choose between 3 like Cthulhu elder gods, but they're just red, blue, and green. And the room where you go to get them, it reminded me of picking between your starters in Pokemon. So I just and they all had like complicated Cthulhu names like Chaturga and
But you just went on color.
I just called them
Squirtle,
Charmander, and
Are you not
Bulbasaur.
gonna put the red page in the book? Are you just gonna fucking walk outside and look at the stars? Like, what the fuck are you doing?
I'm gonna give Anya a fucking aneurysm playing this game.
Have returned. Additional page. Free from my prison on this forgotten island of Myst.
Oh, this island is Myst. And we are on what's called
I see that you are.
Uber Island.
I am called Sirrus. I need all the red pages. I know. Must search and bring 2 more of the red pages.
Andrew.
I am released.
2 more, is that he said? Did you say 2 more?
Yeah.
Don't touch the blue pages. That is where my for my wicked brother. Achenar.
My wicked brother. So they both hate each other.
Man of distorted mind and senses. He disgusts me. Do not release Achenar. Thirst for destruction is not. Never ending. Bring the red page. Beg you, please release me from this prison.
He does the anime thing where he's closing his eyes.
Greatly rewarded.
A person doing it in real life, sir. Greatly rewarded.
Tell me.
They did a really good job, like... If I wasn't metaing the fuck out of this game from, like, you know, many years of playing games that have been inspired by Myst, it would be like, fuck, which one do I pick? I'm convinced that there's a third choice, that there's a Bulbasaur.
Yeah.
Yeah. Andrea's doing her best to no-sell it. Don't answer, don't say anything. I'm just convinced.
I'm just gonna drink.
Yeah, that's fair. Future Marstead, you just finished the gear level. So you've done the gear level and the stone ship age. You haven't done the channel wood, which I think is, you have one of the solutions for it. Maybe that's a good one to do next, because I think that's the one you're intended to do first.
I don't know. That's the one I always get lost in.
I think.
And I hate unlocking it.
Because I think the story
Everything
is
about
in this
that one is
order.
just
1, 2, 3,
bad
4,
memories.
5. So you've done this one and this one. So maybe do this one next, and then the one after that. You've already read this book, so you don't need to repeat it. This is the one about the monkey people, and the dude that passes away. So enjoy it. Thanks, Andrea, for sharing this game. I'm enjoying it a lot.